Hallo meine tentakligen Clownies und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Call of Cthulhu. Ja, wir hatten in der letzten Folge haben wir von Cat aufs Maul gekriegt und wir gucken jetzt mal, reden noch mal kurz mit ihm.
You're back again. What can I do for you?
Apparently the bootleggers don't want anyone hanging around the warehouses.
They're part of the private property I mentioned earlier.
And yet the place looks abandoned. Why guard the entrance?
As a precaution, I suppose. All the warehouses are more or less interconnected by old sewers.
You mean that there's a way to go from one to the other by tunnel?
I couldn't tell you if it's still the case today for all the warehouses on the island, but I think I can imagine what you've got in mind. You can always visit them if you're not the claustrophobic type.
Okay, die Kanalisation. Ich muss unbedingt schauen. Natürlich. Natürlich geht das auch nicht mehr. Scheiße. Wo komme ich am besten lang? Ah, fuck.
What? Another break?
One of those damn sailors came looking for trouble again.
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you said to yourselves that after such a feat, you could abandon your post.
It's just a little drink. We taught those guys a lesson.
We'll return right after. It's just that standing guard in this alley makes your throat dry.
Warte mal, waren das die von da hinten? Waren das die von da hinten? Waren die das? Nein, scheiße. Scheiße, das waren die nicht. So eine Kacke.
Hey, Mitchell. A drink for our new friend. I owe you. You don't know how to fight, but at least you've got guts.
Yeah, aching guts.
Huh. I've got them too. But you don't hear me whining like a pooch who's lost its leash. You didn't back down. Something that I respect. So understand by that, if I catch you again, you'll carry a more permanent reminder of our encounter. Tell me, what brings you to Darkwater?
I'm investigating the deaths of the Hawkins family.
It's very nice of you to tell me the truth so openly. But it's also really stupid of you. You really don't seem to know the area. Let me give you a little advice. If you want to survive more than a day in this rat hole, avoid talking about them to the first people you meet.
I need to get into the Hawkins warehouse.
You're out of luck. It's on my turf.
It's precisely for that reason that I've come to see you.
Are you pulling my leg?
Think it over. I've seen what you're capable of. And you didn't miss me.
I accept the compliment. Well, I see you're serious. To be honest, as long as it doesn't interfere with my business, I don't care. But I'll go with you, to make sure you don't stick your nose into things that don't concern you.
Sounds honest to me.
I'm not finished. If I do that for you, if I let you onto our turf to conduct your little affairs, you'll be indebted to me, and I guarantee that I always collect on what I'm owed. Think about it. I help you, you'll owe me a favor in return. Do you accept?
Do I have a choice?
Oh, we always have one, Detective. Follow me.
Nobody questions your authority here. I was given to believe that Fitzroy stood up to you.
That dope tried to save face in front of his sailors. They revere their brave captain as they do their old statues. But sooner or later, all statues get buried in bird shit. And nobody cares.
And the police? They do nothing to stop you?
The local cops? The cops drink like everyone else, sweetheart. They know where their interests lie. Apart from that pig-headed Bradley. I don't know whether to admire his stubbornness or to have pity on him.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters! You're crazy!
They're cops. They can't understand.
Damn stupid idiots!
Forget it. Nobody
Die Alte ist mir echt unsympathisch eigentlich, ne? Und ich habe keine Ahnung, was die dann will. Ich habe echt keinen Schimmer.
It's fine. He's with me.
Oh. Okay.
Ich will keinen Alkohol, ich will ja nur ins Lagerhaus.
Be a gentleman and move that for me.
So, geh vor.
That's how it's done. Do I still need to hold your hand? Or do you think you'll get by on your own now?
Don't overdo it.
Good. In that case, I'll leave you. I've done enough mothering for now.
Ist er weg? Oh, ich hasse sie, ne? Ich hasse sie wirklich.
Oh, this place stinks.
Charakterpunkte. Ich glaube, wir brauchen doch ein bisschen auf Stärke, habe ich so ein Gefühl mittlerweile. Tu mal ein bisschen was auf Okkult. Kann ich nichts auf Okkult? Habe ich nichts mehr, oder was? Ich habe doch einen über. Ach so, alles klar. Ja, dann pumpt man nochmal was auf Stärke. Halt. Ja.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
LT und Rekonstruktion einer Szene halten. Psychologie.
What happened here?
Hat einer gegen Spiel geschlagen.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this? It smells as bad as it
Ah,
looks.
es ist Fisch.
Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Hab ich jetzt alles schon.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Irgendwas fehlt mir doch noch. Irgendwas stimmt hier doch nicht. Ich wäre ja gar nicht mal ins Lagerhaus gekommen. Hier ist ja alles versperrt und ich wäre ja nicht mal reingekommen.
Oh, someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is,
has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again. I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
You seem like a competent officer. We should help each other.
You're trying to manipulate me, Mr. Pierce. I hate to be taken for a fool.
All right, Inspector Lestrade. Let me take a more direct approach. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews, would you please shut the door? And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you...
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building? That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Der Garten des Hawkins-Anwesens Price hatte es in Lagerhaus geschafft. Der Ort, der verlassen sein sollte, hielt eine Überraschung bereit. Zeichen eines Bewohners sowie ein angesenktes Gemälde. Er würde von Officer Bradley bei seinen Untersuchungen unterbrochen. Kann ihn aber überzeugen, ihm bei seinen Bemittlungen zu helfen. Der Polizist erklärt sich bereit, den Detektiv zum Anwesen der Hawkins zu fahren. Ah, Mann, ey, wir haben die Cat gerade, also die Cat ist, glaube ich, voll piss jetzt auf uns, weil wir eigentlich ihr was schuldig jetzt waren. Und, ja, die wollte uns jetzt gerade schon wieder die Leviten lesen. Aber wir warten jetzt einfach mal ab, ne, bis vielleicht sind wir da wieder da unten und so. Schauen wir einfach mal. Jetzt geht's erstmal zum Kapitel 3. Und zum Hawkins Anwesen, wo ja auch noch jemand wohnen soll angeblich. Da bin ich ja auch gespannt jetzt drüber. Wer der junge Herr ist oder der alte Herr, war bestimmt der Butler von den Hawkins. So. Ich weiß das alles durchs Buch. Psst, weiß aber keiner. Ich spiel's blind. Also Spiel. Ne? So. So, wir betreten den Wahnsinn wieder.
Well, here we are, Hawkins Mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
That's not far off the mark, I suppose. But kinda unfair at the same time. You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Wir haben keine Zeit zu verlieren.
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Gut, gehen wir. Was haben wir denn hier? Ermittlungen.
1693. This house is much older than it seems. But the architecture seems too recent.
Ja, die Bauweise ist wirklich sehr modern. Ach, leck mich am Arsch.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial.
Poor kid.
What kind of deranged individual would defile this sanctuary? And steal a burnt painting? I don't see Silas doing such a thing. Let alone allowing it. Even that raw baker is above that. Lord, have pity on this poor family.
Poor kid. The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh.
Okay. War's das?
The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Okay. Okay. Was ist denn jetzt, Herr Officer? Kommen Sie?
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this? The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
Ich laufe schon mal weiter. Obwohl mir das hier alles gerade nicht so geheuer irgendwie ist. Hier raschelt's überall. Aber okay, wir gehen einfach mal weiter. Und sind auch jetzt vor der Villa. Der umgestürzte Baum. Da ist das Auto. Okay. Wie lange ist das jetzt her? Also grob geschätzt. Das interessiert mich halt jetzt.
This entrance is still in use.
Whoa! Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
Whoa! You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
Sarah Hawkins' father sent me here to investigate the death of his daughter.
Webster, huh? I understand how he feels. But me? I want the dead to rest in peace. And that means kicking the ass of gumshoes like you.
Why would you not want me to help understand what happened here?
I've got nothing to hide. Tell me what you're doing here. And no baloney.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
The mansion isn't safe. You would break your neck as sure as you're trying my patience right now.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked. And I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye out.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it, vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do. Go on, then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Geht doch. Ganz einfach mit den Menschen geredet und dann klappt das doch. Ganz einfach. So, wir gucken uns jetzt hier nochmal kurz ein bisschen um. Hier geht's auch nochmal raus.
This gate is locked.
Da geht's auch noch. Die haben echt viele Türen gehabt. Muss man schon sagen. Hier ist nichts. Ach, hier unten wohnt er dann. Okay, er wohnt hier unten. Das ist auch sehr interessant. Aber warum wohnt er noch hier?
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world.
Warum macht er das?
Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
Nee. Ist lockt, wir lassen das, wir gehen da jetzt nicht rein. Wir gehen ins Haus rein. Wir gehen einfach jetzt ins Haus, weil ich will jetzt ihn auch nicht noch mehr stören. Irgendwie bin ich ganz ehrlich, weil, ja, er hat eine Axt. Und ich habe keine.
Pierce, shall we enter?
Ja.
Now that you've finished your fun and games with Silas,
Ja.
we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go.
Okay, ich bin bereit. Dann open the door. Eingabe.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Kapitel 3, Villa der Hawkins. Pierce und Officer Bradley erkunden den Garten der Hawkins Anwesen. Die Familie ruht auf dem Friedhof des Grundstücks, das von Silas Winchester bewacht wird. Der alte Verwalter seinen Arbeitgebern noch immer treu ergeben, wacht mit seiner Axt über das Anwesen. Pierce und Bradley können ihn beruhigen und halten die Schlüssel für die Villa der Hawkins. Sie betreten das Gebäude und suchen nach dem Ort des Feuers. Ach Gott, ich habe jetzt schon irgendwie so ein bisschen Panik, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Aber das Spiel macht mir Spaß. Ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, also es macht richtig Laune. Auch die ganzen Ermittlungen und alles und so. Es macht richtig Bock. Macht mir Spaß. Jetzt warten wir erstmal wieder auf den Ladebalken. Ladebalken, unsere Freunde. Ladebalken, die besten überhaupt. Ist ja auch schon sehr spät, wo ich das jetzt hier aufnehme, muss ich ganz ehrlich sagen. Ich nehme jetzt gerade auch schon hintereinander auf, die ganze Zeit, weil es mir Bock macht ohne Ende. Aber, ach krass, ey. Irgendwann werde ich, glaube ich, auch müde. So, wir betreten den Wahnsinn.
Follow me. I know the place.
Alles klar.
Who left this light on?
Wer hat das Licht angelassen? Die machen alle Nebel, die Sachen.
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Rekonstruktion. Rekonstruieren wir mal.
What kind of meat is this? This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here, smashed his plate on the floor.
Den Teller auf den Boden geworfen.
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Eine Rekonstruktion.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Okay. Irgendwie ist das mir hier alles echt unheimlich. Warum in diesen einen Raum nur?
Silas
Let's see
managed
if
to
I
bring
can
the
find
fire
something
under
the cops
control,
missed.
but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Okay, komm, machen wir mal.
They had a fight. Why? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others?
Sag mal hier.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Sind wir fertig?
Did it stop at the time of the fire?
Noch nicht ganz fertig, oder? Irgendwas sucht er noch.
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, How come it didn't burn?
Irgendwas? Übersehe ich noch irgendwas? Ich glaube nicht. Oder? Na, ich kann immer noch nicht zurück. Also irgendwas übersehe ich. Was übersehe ich denn? Ich crouch mal kurz hier lang. Die kaputte Uhr. Die Öllampe. Das war der Schuh. Ich komme nicht raus. Ah.
Did someone escape the fire?
Es ist jemand abgehauen.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
Someone deliberately set fire to this mansion.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Das Anwesen untersuchen. Okay, Leute. Wir werden fix den Part und machen gleich beim nächsten Mal weiter. Bis gleich. Ciao.
If Chief West found out about